Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, we have a few stories for talk about, some shootings and some dropouts coming out of the parish of St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and St. Anne, the Garda parish. Stay tuned for the full reports. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So we'll start off in the parish of St. Andrew. Shoppy shot and taken out at his gate last night after he was conned up 2 weeks ago. Now, people, when you hear a man say a mark for dropout, this is a perfect example. So we'll get into the report. 2 weeks after being shot repeatedly at a football game, 37-year-old Adrian Shoppy Hines was taken out at his gate on Erie Castle Road in Stony Hill, St. Andrew, by a gunman who rained bullets on the already injured Shoppy. Hines was one of 2 persons shot on September 29 while he sat recording a match at a night football competition that was in progress in the TST parking lot in Stony Hill Square. On that occasion, men alighted from a motor car and opened gunfire in his direction. Hines was rushed to the hospital where he was treated and released. Reports said that sometime after 10 p.m. last night, Shoppy was at his gate when a gunman opened fire, hitting him several times in the upper body head area. He was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced you know what while undergoing surgery. Me can't believe Adrian gets shot up again. Him not even recover fully from the last attack. Why the mama shop the hills with the violence? A whole heap of shot fired, a resident said. The brazenness of the attacks has left the community cowering in fear. It simply means someone wanted this man drop out. They didn't get it done the first time, and they came back to complete the job. He was marked for a dropout. That is exactly what this onslaught means, an investigator said at the crime scene. The scene was littered with spent casing, and investigators laid out markers to capture evidence. The Constant Spring Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the dropout. The St. Andrew North Police Division has seen an increase in the dropouts and shooting this year. As of October 5th, the division recorded 51 dropouts, 7 more are 16% increase year on year. Likewise, there were 7 more reported shootings, incident with 56 or 14% increase over the corresponding period last year. Now, people, Shoppy was marked for dropout, and he was lucky the first time to survive. But the gunman this time make sure say him can't survive because him spraying people, especially in the upper body head area. Now, people, we'll move on, this time to the parish of St. Catherine. Man taken out along roadway in Above Rocks. So we'll get into the police report. The St. Catherine police have launched a probe following the discovery of a body of an unidentified man along a roadway in Above Rocks in the parish early Sunday morning. About 2:20 a.m., the police responded to reports of explosion in Above Rocks and proceeded to a section of the community called Rosalie Lane in Barnet District. On their arrival, the body was found with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. The body was removed to the Linstead Hospital where he was confirmed you know what. Now, people, still in the parish of St. Catherine, Spanish Town, the whole capital. Man body found wrapped in bed sheet with gunshot wounds. So we'll get into the report. Detectives assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division are trying to ascertain the identity of a man whose body was found wrapped in a bedsheet on Friday. The police say about 5:30 p.m. they were called to Prince Avenue in Spanish Town, the old capital, where the body was seen in a white bedsheet. The body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the back of the head area. The scene was examined and the body was removed to a morgue. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch is conducting a probe into the job. Now, people, we'll move on, but this time to the Garden Parish of Jamaica, St. Anne. Gunman shot in failed bar robbery. So we'll get into the report. A man who is reported to have been a gunman engaged in an armed robbery attempt remains hospitalized under police guard after he was shot and wounded by a licensed firearm holder during the robbery at a bar on Friday night. The police have launched a manhunt for the wounded man accomplice who fled the crime scene. Reports are that about 11:50 p.m. on Friday, patrons were gathered at a bar when two men, one who was armed with a handgun, entered and demanded cash and other valuables. During the robbery, a licensed firearm holder challenged the armed man, and it is believed that gunshots were traded between them. Further reports are that the gunman and his accomplice ran from the bar. Following checks, a man who is believed to have been the gunman was found on the roadway suffering from gunshot wounds. The wounded man was taken to the hospital where he was admitted for treatment. The police believe the other robber may have been shot as a trail of red substance was observed in the vicinity of the scene where the wounded man was found. Investigations are ongoing into the overall developments. Now, people, we'll move on. Last but not least. Now, people, we say an ex-JDF soldier take out his ex-girlfriend the other day after the ex-soldier dragged his ex-lover into a washroom and put the gun in her mouth and squeeze it off, people. Now, people, we see the video and it was grimy. Now, when we look on an incident like this, you know what I'm saying, most of the time the man say them a man, He's not a man until you can overcome certain things in life, man. You see me? Because if you have a woman, you know what I'm saying, as you said, she'll leave you. You just let the woman move on, man, and you're going to find somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to reach to this soldier. No, you'll go to prison for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? As a man who was in the JDF, in the army, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have better sense than this. You know what I'm saying? Leave the woman them alone. When them say them want to leave, make them leave peacefully, and you live peacefully too. And go find somebody. You know what I'm saying? No, old time people say, oh, have him take a bush. You get what I'm saying? No, we'll get into the report, people. Ex-soldier faces murder charge in dropout of Rochelle Mason. The tragic case of Rochelle Mason, 29-year-old mother of two, who was fatally shot in the mouth by her ex-boyfriend, continues to shock the local community. Mason, known as Tina to her friends, was brutally taken out in a club bathroom on South Odeon Avenue in Kingston on the night of October 11. Eyewitness at the scene recalls seeing Mason enjoying herself at the party when her ex-boyfriend, reportedly a former JDF soldier, confronted her. The confrontation escalated when he forcibly dragged her to the club's bathroom. Moments later, the sound of gunfire rang through the venue, sending patrons into panic. A concerned clubgoer who went to check found Mason slump in a pool of running red water, a bullet wound in her mouth. Despite efforts to save her, she was pronounced dropout at the hospital shortly after. The accused, whose identity is being withheld for further investigation, was arrested at the scene and is facing murder charges. Authorities are investigating the motive behind the attack, with many suspecting a history of domestic violence. Mason's 2 children, ages 7 and 4, are now without their mother. Heartbroken relatives described Mason as a vibrant, loving woman who was trying to move on with her life following a troubled relationship. The community of Marvelly, where Mason lived, is mourning the loss, with many calling for stronger measures to protect women from domestic issues. Advocacy groups have also spoken out, urging more support system for a victim trapped in a toxic relationship, especially when there is a history of abuse. You know what I'm saying? So as we say, people, most of the time, I say them a big man, me a big man. You're not a big man. You know what I'm saying? The only time you can prove you're a big man are when you live up to expectation. You know what I'm saying? Nothing lasts forever. That means if you're in a relationship, it can end at any time. You know what I'm saying? So whether you are in it or whether the female are in it, just end it peacefully. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Go before the judge, and when the judge said 25, you say, boy, if me didn't know, me just lower. It's too late, soldier. Please leave your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good. Blessings.